kindred longevity lifestyle designers. This is Zach here with secretsoflongevity.com as well as my blog, martin-kilgour.com. And the exercise that you can do to prevent heart attacks, or that's the best for preventing heart attacks, that's the best for burning fat, and is the best self-defense, is hill sprints. And I'm just outside my home here, about to go over to the hill where I do these. And the reason that hill sprints, and specifically it's interval training that is going to condition the heart to be able to withstand high amounts of stress in any situation. So if you think about what happens during a heart attack, your heart suddenly, or your whole body's experiencing sudden stress, whether it's a shocking event that's occurring in your life or you're being faced with some sort of challenge. There's generally a certain amount of stress that's occurring that's in connection with the heart attack occurring. So when your body is able to withstand high amounts of stress, suddenly you're going to be more conditioned to preventing an instance like a heart attack or even a stroke from occurring, more so than cardio. And I'm not bashing cardio, but it's just a realistic standpoint that interval training is better at building prevention of heart attacks and these sorts of problems more than cardio, which is more of a gradual sort of increase of stress on the heart. It's not a sudden spike of stress. Now you can use any type of exercise and turn it into an interval type of training, whether it's bodyweight exercises with your upper body and lower body. You can do sort of a few different sets of something, then take a break, then repeat that set, and then take a break. You can do hill sprints, you can do rowing, you can do any sort of sport. You can do a high-intensity version of it, then take a break, and then come back to it. And it's basically the process of doing something intensely and taking a break that's going to be activating and conditioning the heart to be able to withstand more stress. Studies now are really emphasizing the importance of interval training, even for endurance athletes. So they're really encouraged to engage in these type of training just to improve their overall endurance abilities, as well as build muscle and get the benefits that interval training has to offer for the heart, for the lungs, and condition the body in this way. Now lastly, for self-defense purposes, if you don't want to do any sort of self-defense training in terms of a martial art or anything like that, if you can do hill sprints, or any type of sprints, wind sprints, you're going to be training your body to be able to run away from a situation that is potentially dangerous. So if you think about it, you're not going to be running a 10K race with your pursuer or attacker. You're going to have maybe a block that you need to run away to get away from them. You need to get to a place where there's other people around, or there's someone that can help you, or just to outrun them. And that's going to happen very quickly. It's not going to be a long drawn-out run. And if you are a martial artist, sprinting, again, is going to be conditioning the whole body because it's a whole body movement. You've got your arms pumping, so it's going to be great for getting that explosive power that you need in situations of real-life self-defense, as well as self-defense on the mat, in the ring. Matt Fury, who wrote the popular book, groundbreaking book, really, Combat Conditioning, talks about how he won some wrestling competitions over his lifetime by, on top of his regular routine of various bodyweight exercises, doing 2 sets of interval training twice a week, doing hill sprints. So I'm going to show you how to do that in a moment here. Hopefully it's not going to storm out. We've got some clouds rolling in. So I'm going to start with a quick jog around the block to warm up, and then I'm going to do some stretching. I'm going to skip that part, and I'm just going to show you the hill sprints once I'm ready for that. So we just got the start of the rain here, so I'm going to have to shoot this video quick, but you can see it's not too much of a hill at all, actually. It's very gradual, but it's exactly what I need, especially since I haven't done hill sprints for over half a year. I didn't do them at all through the winter, so this is going to be a light exercise for me to get accustomed to this exercise again. But one thing I think is vital for doing hill sprints at the start is to warm up your ankles properly, and that can be just doing basic twists, or I don't know what you would call it, but sort of like rotating the ankle like this. And just to loosen them up, I find it just might be me and my background doing playing soccer growing up on poorly maintained fields. and getting easily getting ankle injuries. But for hill sprints, I find it really important to loosen up the ankles in this way, just rotating them like 10 times in each direction. Probably do another set on each ankle. So you also want to set up your hill sprints on a street with very little traffic and with a clear path that doesn't have any obstacles to get around. So just be aware of that. So here it goes. Something I like to do to really power and dig into those reserves after the first few reps or intervals, you could say, is to visualize or imagine you're being chased by a wild animal or someone with the intent to do you harm. Might not be everyone's choice of visualization, but this really helps you keep on pushing even though your body's telling you you don't want to go anymore. And the other good thing is to have a course set out so you know exactly where you're ending. You want to power through that checkpoint. You don't want to sort of start to dwindle off in your output before that. Of course, your body's only going to go so far as it can, and if this is your first time or second time or you're still building up the ability to do this, you want to take it slow. So take your time between sets or intervals. You gotta let your heart rate come back down, and remember to push yourself on the high intensity parts of the exercise, and you'll be amazed at the results you get with interval training. You'll know you're doing well when you feel incredibly nauseous, like you don't want to do it anymore. It's at that point you want to push and do one more interval. You'll be so out of breath. If you're not out of breath, you're not doing them properly, you're not giving it your all your intensity. Make sure you hydrate and refuel afterwards too. Drink half a liter of water at least. Take care.